And good evening and welcome back. We are here in Ibiza Gaoka, and as you can see, it's overrun by all kinds of red fauna because we are about to start New Game Plus. The chat box is over in that direction. I'm your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening, and good evening to you, Queen3210. Here for the live stream. Fancy that indeed. Welcome on, welcome all. We are here to start things going. So we're going to quickly go to load. And what I want here is my New Game Plus. There it is. Now, I found out since this game's come on that, believe it or not, there's a trophy for beating the game with puzzles on story, but it doesn't stack if you go for a higher difficulty first. So we're actually going to turn it down to story because there's actually a trophy in it, would you believe? I'm going to stick with the navy blue because I think it's more iconic than the white. That just doesn't look right for me. I don't know why. Reminds me too much of the school uniform that Aqua wear in the anime Love Live Sunshine. It just doesn't really fit. That's much more traditional, much more 1960s to me. So we're going to go with that.
ねえ、知ってる？女の人はお嫁さんになるのが仕事なんだって。
仕事じゃないよ。ひな子はお嫁さんになりたくないの？
でもお父さんに言われるとなりたくなくなる。
宿題と同じだね。
やれって言われるとやる気なくす。
Interesting.
お姉ちゃん。何かいいことでもあった？
昔を思い出してた。お姉ちゃんって小さい頃からずっとお姉ちゃんだったんだなって。
ひな子、私ね。
これお姉ちゃんにあげる。
綺麗だわ。ありがとう。
So interesting, the opening scene was slightly different because it started talking about marriage, and I'm pretty sure on the first playthrough we did, they talked about dollhouses and playing with kids. So already we've got a different performance. And good evening, Avian, welcome to the stream. You received an advert for food for the canines today, did you? Well, apologies for that. I say it is hopefully going to be the only one you see, because I keep it to a minimum, as I do not want my stream flooded with ads and sponsors and demands for bits and all that nonsense. Because I don't think it's fair on you, the audience. Yeah, so we are here in the fogs of Yasuo Inaba, Ibiza Gaoka. Makes me wonder if Atlus, when they do Persona 4 Revival, might take inspiration from this in the way they redo the city, the village of Yasuo Inaba. You don't want the Reaper coming out of you in the fog, Queen? You've earned 15 cents from time sinking in Reddit. Oh yes, you're rich now, Avian. Yes.
とにかく今後のことは親の方で話を進める。
お父さん、ひな子の気持ちだって。
こんな話二度とないんだぞ。ひな子にとってこれ以上の幸せがあるか？あるわけがない。 どこ行く？話はまだ終わってないぞ、ひなこ。
それにしてもあのひな子がね。
あいつは本当に高校娘だ。何しろおかげで借金は全て返せる。
Oh, come on.
困らずに済むぞ。
お父さんやめてくださいよ。ひな子に聞こえますよ。
Seriously, he wants to sell his daughter into marriage to clear his debts. Wow. I mean, obviously I wasn't born in the 1960s in Japan, so I don't know if that was something that actually happened. But good lord, that's horrible.
そんなこと。
Yeah, I don't blame you, Hinako. I really don't. Ah, so we had some slight updates to the characters' stories here. So if we move these on, obviously these came from the first game, but now we've got on the right-hand side bookmarked in red. Looks like it's new dialogue. Ooh, this is interesting. I've heard that Dad used to be a fisherman when he was younger and would go on long fishing trips way out at sea. He managed to save up enough money doing that to open up a restaurant. A place where he could put his skills of a knife to use. It didn't work out, though. Not only did he lose all his savings, he took on new debt, too. Now he spends his days drinking his life away in this sleepy little town that's a little long way from the sea. He never even tries to cook anything anymore. It's only when he complains about Mom's food and he pretends to be some kind of important chef. When he tells her how it's fucking raw! I used to think it was my dad who was like this. But after listening to all the married women around here complain, every man seems just as bad. All their husbands are just as short-tempered, just as violent, just as useless, and just as little to help out their wives. After learning this, every grumpy-looking old man in town I see reminds me of him. When I think that I was born and raised just to support these horrible tyrants, I lose all hope. If everything works out, they're going to give my father a lot of money. I'm sure he's desperate to use it to pay back his debts. My father's selling me to pay back his debts. Well, what's she got to say about her mom, then? That's interesting, then, Queen. So it did say around about that period is when they did start to fall out of fashion. Because while I know quite a bit about Japanese history, it's more the I'm more like Mr. Ono, more in the old school rather than the mid 20th century. And when Miss Happiness begins with marriage, she told me that every opportunity she got. Am I supposed to believe that she's actually happy with the life she has now in this house? Today, my dad threw a knife. It got stuck in the tatami mat. There are chips and dings all over the house. Every last one is from when he threw something. Is this what happiness is to my mother? Seeing her house in such a sorry state and full of scars? Yep, so evidently the house has been trashed by the problems at home, to say the least. Well, that's pretty awesome if the younger generation stood up to it. I massively approve of that. It's like, stand up for your rights, people. You are the ones who make the change. April 21st, Showa 20, 1945, Evening Edition. The onsen geyser that suddenly started spewing water on the 3rd of this month in Iwashimizu, Ebisugaoka of Yamabe District, finally came to a stop early this morning. The geyser reached a height of at least 30 meters, but the ceaseless noise and pungent hydrogen sulfide gas have left residents troubled. 3 individuals have been hospitalized with complaints of skin sores and other maladies they claim were caused by the gas. In addition, strong concentrations of arsenic have been detected in the geyser's water, 20 milligrams per liter. Many residents have concerns about what future environmental issues this might lead to. Yeah, you don't want arsenic in your water. You don't want arsenic in anything, really, to be honest. Can we get up here now? No.
土砂崩れで通れない。昔はここ登ったな。
I don't see much of a landslide there, Hinako. Something else is stopping you. Yes, the idea of the dowry for marriages. Yeah, I've heard all about that. Okay, it's not something that I think was in my neck of the woods, but obviously I have heard about it from other cultures. Again, a lot of the old things like deserve to fall out of fashion, and it's long... Those kind of changes were long overdue. Oh, right. Yeah, that kind of critique from a creator is someone who I'd almost say it's rage bait, that queen, because it's clearly misunderstanding the point of the story and misunderstanding the trouble that Hinako and her sister Junko went through. It's not often I stick up for Junko, but anyone who knows Danganronpa will know why. It completely misses the point of the story when they dismiss it like that, when it goes so surface level. I mean, I've had that problem with my poems sometimes. I wrote a poem years ago called Paradise, and it had a question mark at the end of it. And essentially, it was about being addicted to drugs. And it ended with the line, follow a powdered razor blade, and for once you will be free. Obviously, depicting that. People thought I was saying that you had to commit suicide to go to paradise. I was just like, bruh, come on. A fox's wedding is a common expression used for times when it rains while the sun is still shining. According to the older folk here in Ibisugaoka, however, they also use this expression for when a young girl was spirited away. Folklore pertaining to gods and spirits becoming infatuated with human women is not something unique to Japan and can be found across the world. Ibisugaoka is no exception to this. Even here there are old tales of young girls being taken away on a fox's wedding and disappearing forever. During the Meiji and Taisho periods, the town elders would apparently reassure the families of missing daughters that they had been swept away by a fox lord and are now enjoying a life of luxury without a care. And now we got a journal. Oh, wow, loads of new dialogue here. So, Inari-sama, basically saying that Ibisugaoka is composed of people who believe in Inari. There's many statues all over the town. And the goddess puts old, unusable tools to rest, and they're known for offerings with a preference of abaragi tofu pierced through with an old needle. I'm guessing there might be something special in Wii for doing Ibisugaoka. Well, that wasn't in the original game, so I wonder if there's something to do with that. It mentions how they're the only done in this town, and it talks about old, useless tools. Oh my god, is there anything else on the next page? No, there isn't. Okay. There's the Cheeseria General Store. So, maybe a general store, but everyone calls it a candy store because it's all snacks and toys. My kind of place. Where a lot of people hang out, meet up, and that's where the Space Army HQ was based. I mean, if there's plenty of candy there, there's plenty of toys, sounds like a good base to me. Yeah, I'd use that as my secret base. And then in the doll. I knew it. This doll looks exactly like the one I thought I'd gotten rid of that day. I'm sure it hates me for throwing it away and abandoning it. When all of this is over, I'll ask my mom for a way to put it to rest. Ooh, interesting. And Sensensugi. Ah, it's a shrine on the outskirts of town. Yep, so Sakuko says that the customer putting old tools to rest is called the Sukomogami faith. Sukugogami faith. Sukumogami faith. My Japanese is very rusty, people. During the course of history, it somehow fused with the Inari faith, making it a special religious view of Ibisugaoka. The only shrine in town, Sensensugi Shrine, was, as its name suggests, worshipping 1,000-year cedar as its divine tree. After living to see 1,000 years, it was praised as divine. And then once the divine tree turned to ash, it was time to worship the next oldest thing. Sakuko reckons that it's just so happened to be the moss-covered Inari statue. Meanwhile, in the middle school, 2 pages here, wow. A world that's not a playground like elementary school, but not as mature as high school. Middle school to me was like the stage between a tadpole and a frog. Between a tadpole and a frog? That's an interesting simile, people. I guess you could say it's a period of grotesque transformations. Up until elementary school, Shu and I would have water fights, and we wouldn't mind if our underwear showed. Hey! No, not a good thing. Absolutely not. No. Don't do that, people. Once we were into the middle school, while we may not have paid any mind to things like that, others around us did. It just felt our world had changed in a snap. Boys and girls used to think of one another as mortal enemies, always bickering and fighting each other, but now it suddenly turned such a weird dynamic. We have to treat each other in a completely different way. It's fine for people who want to do that because the people around them are doing the same. But for someone like me, who really couldn't care less what people think, that's not the case. I'm not repeating it, Avian. I'm leaving that one alone. Then we got origami again, a bit more on that. Yep. Sakuko says if you put something as abstract as your feelings into words, even as a complaint, that will be enough to put your heart to rest. When you're feeling down, it's like having clothes scattered around in your room. No, that's just my bedroom every single day. Don't judge me, Hinako. And when you write into words, it's like you're folding them into nice and neat piles. And that's not me any day of the week. Stop judging me, Hinako. It's basically like organizing your feelings and folding them away to put them to rest with an Arnie-sama. You're really calling me out here, Hinako. Stop it. This is apparently the real magic behind the origami of grievances. And then the Forgotten Shrine. I heard once that there was a shrine in Shrambles near Shu's house, but I never knew it was there. Shu told me back there's treasure at the roots of the divine tree or something. Sakuko once told me this place is where the real Sensen Sugi shrine was. Yeah, for me, it just gets hung on a hanger and put on a rail. That's what mine does. Well, apart from things I can't do, I've got drawers for some stuff. I'm at least slightly organised. Yeah, guess we'll pray. Okay, fair enough. And it allows us to record our journey. We will have... go over one of these ones, one of my old ones. It's fine. Now, we've not got anything to enshrine at the moment, so for now we'll save our... Yeah, let's keep moving, Hinako. Let's see where we're going. Is there anything back here? Ah! We got another one for this. What's that got to say? Yeah. The Inari-sama of Bisagaku has been the guardian deity that has protected this town since the old days, but they can be capricious at times. Sometimes they'll turn into a fox and steal chickens and dried persimmons. Other times they'll play tricks on children who don't listen to their parents. I also heard that when they fall in love with a woman they find desirable at first sight, they spirit her away to be their bride. Yes, and if that's anything to do with what happened in the first playthrough, well, we know what happened with that fox character. Huh? Okay. This wasn't open previously, I don't think. Need a key. Oh, okay. Research journal photo. A photo attached to a research journal. Appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ibisagaoka. Okay, it's kind of grainy and I can't look at it too closely, but it looks like on the right there's like a pillar box or a post box or something. And then opposite that is circled. Ah, here we go. However, it is said the sword's animosity continued to grow, even as it remained buried under the earth. So the people erected a sacred barrier around it using Jizo statues as anchors. If one wished to find the sword, they should start by looking for these Jizo statues first. It appears that the barrier works by creating a spiritual harmony that inhibits the sword's animosity. Harmony yin and yang, the 5 elements of Wuxing. During this period, it was thought that everything was composed of 5 elements of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Or, for those of you who do Captain Planet, hearts in there somewhere as well. In other words, there should be 5 Jizo statues. There are 5 such statues located in this town. I expect tracking them down will prove a tremendous task.
町にあるお地蔵様
Looks like we've got a new quest that's appeared, called the Sacred Sword.
Come to think of it, the local elders are talking about a folklorist from Tokyo who came to Ibisagaoka to research the legend of the Sacred Sword. It is said that Ibisagaoka was a hidden village that once served as a refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. However, unfortunately, evidence to support this tale is yet to be found. Still, Ibisagaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it is my belief that this tale is true. According to other local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of their deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It'd be a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword. However...
Oh, that's the one I just read, isn't it? Right, okay. So it says there, I better go see whether there's an Ajizo stand in town. Oh, I'm right. It looks like that's a new quest of some kind. Well, let's look around this house then, see if there's anything here. More arrow. Ah, we need a key for that as well. Okay. Where is this mystery key? You can't hide forever. Where did you go, key? Before the world goes to hill. It's a cheap pun, but I'll give you that one, Avian. That's a cheap pun, but you can have that one. I'm not in any way jealous that I didn't think of it first. I'm not. I promise.
This is from Sakako, but it's too cute for me.
Okay. It's from Sakako, but it's too cute for her?
Isn't that cute? He always told me, play house like a good girl should.
Ah, we've got a balcony key. Okay. Oh, hang on. Ah, ha, ha. Okay. A book by a well-known expert on how to carry large... Ah, increases item capacity. Well, that's helpful. That's good. I've already started the game with increased item inventory. That's great.
I'm gonna be a treasure hunter. I'll make sure of it. And then I'm gonna become a millionaire by finding treasure all around the world. And not just hunting treasure. A real treasure hunter that takes down big, scary beasts and bad guys. And don't forget that he has to learn to escape dangerous traps, too.
Nathan Drake, is this your diary in Japan? Is that what this is?
I was playfighting with a girl who lives next door when Mom got mad at me. She said, "What if you leave a scar on her face? And nobody will marry her." What's all that about? I think that girl would be a really good treasure hunter, though. She always finds the hidden treasure when we play hide and seek. I want to become a treasure hunter with her someday.
And we found a treasure hunting game key. Ah, ha, ha. Okay. So, is that for all these boxes that we just seen found around the house?
You found this place too, huh? You're getting hotter. You gotta use that noggin of yours. Let the thrill of the hunt keep your spirits high.
Okay. We're playing a child's game of hide and seek here. I mean, for a horror game, this is as horrifying as it ever gets for me. I'm alright with this.
You're really good at this. Not only Bozo can find this one. Too bad this isn't the treasure, but points for trying. You were so close.
What are you yucking now, Avian? What's got you feeling the ick?
Kaboom! You got blown to smithereens by my doo-doo bomb and died. Anyone with half a brain would know this would be a trap.
My doo-doo bomb. In the UK, doo-doo is a euphemism for excrement. So is he saying he's literally hiding shit in parcels for people to find? If you are, kid, you're an asshole. And that's fair, Avian. Yeah, it was quite a nasty image, wasn't it?
Hiya! You got stabbed by my doo-doo spear and died.
I'm not going to say it.
Anyone looking around here for treasure is no more fun fodder for my traps.
I'm not even going to go there. I already took it to that place. The idea of what a doo-doo spear is makes things even worse. Faded bride doll. An old doll in the shape of a bride made from clay. Seems to have been forgotten for a long time. So that's the treasure? Interesting. So we found a creepy porcelain doll. Is there anything back here now that we're in New Game Plus? You know what I want to find back here? My Naginata! Give me my Naginata, that's what I want. I want to spend the day at the game as FemC. Give me my fucking Naginata. That was my weapon of choice. I had loads of fun with that. Oh, hello.
毛がないな。
Pillar box.
千鶴屋なら誰か来てるかな。
I said there was a post box in the image.
Yeah. It said that the kanji for Ibisu in Ibisugaoka holds the meaning of a person who has migrated from far away. The most fanciful theory for the origin of this town is that it was once a hidden village for Taira clan soldiers who lost the Genpei War. In the town's old customs, there are a few rules that seem like a part of a secret village code, including things like not owning dogs or washing things in the river. But whether or not it's the truth remains a mystery.
Ooh, the town banned the owning of doggos, Avian. Someone hold Avian back. Put the shotgun down. The town's in enough trouble as it is. Vecno, put down the shotgun. Also, put down the black box for the intercontinental nuclear missiles. Right, so there's the post box. What's this?
I found a damaged Jesus statue in the mountains. The character for Suichi, Earth, can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what will happen if I offer something that relates to that character. While we're on the topic of offerings, I remember I offered my old doll once.
And then, so chiming a bell. So, right, evidently we've got a secret fetch quest here. There are special, shrines to find and objects to go upon them. There appears to be 5 throughout the game. And it mentions Sacred Sword. If that means that I get access to a deadly katana, then I'm all for it. The Naginata's good. A katana sounds just as good. But for now, I think we're getting close to the start of the game proper. So this has been a nice chill near half an hour at the moment, hasn't it, people?
Untenshi-san, 運転手さんいませんか?
Yeah, no one's died yet or been scared out of the skin, but, you know, you're watching me play a game that's a horror game, so death is certain.
抜け道があったはず。
本当に羨ましいわ。まさかあの子がね。それに妬ましいわね。どうしてあの子なのよ。ねえ。噂をすればね。
Yay, we made it through.
Hiragiri
サクコ、
どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
車が道を塞いでてさ。
千鶴や？
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
裏切り者。
Ah, it's the return of the creepy kids. And I say, just because it's a new game, I'm trying to see if there's any new things to pick up.
どこ行ったんだろ
Doesn't look like it. Okay. Onwards and upwards. That's the road we came down, I'm sure of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, Suzutani Miyumi, last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, beige neckerchief, black polka dots. And details of disappearance are missing because it's been ripped away. How very convenient. So what are the thoughts I've already got for this game, by the way, people? Because earlier on the stream, Queen mentioned in the comments about potentially seeking hints for getting new endings and avoiding the one we got last time. I've already thought of one. The end of the last stream, The Pursuit, featured Hinako being given infinite red pills. So I'm going to try something risky in this game. I'm going to try and not use them at all. I'm going to see if it's possible. It's not a challenge run as such, it's just an idea. Because she had so many drugs on her and it suggested that they were part of the issue. I'm wondering if not taking them affects the game. It'll be interesting if it does.
Yo, Aibo.
う。シュウ。
So awkward.
あのさ。
うん。なんか言ってよ。
お前こそなんか言うことはないのかよ。
相棒にないんだったら私にだってない。
お前らしいや。受け身な生き方なんてお前らしくないぜ。お前が自分で選んだ道なら俺はいつまでも応援するからな。
シュウ。
シュウ君、お待たせ。
ひなこもいたんだ。リンコ。何の話をしてたの？
Wouldn't you like to know?
いや、大した話は。
誰かとおしゃべりしたい気持ちだったんだって。
気が紛れたよ。
それはよかった。お役に立てて光栄の極み。会えると分かってたら借りてた雑誌持ってくればよかった。
ああ、貸したままでいいよ。リンコに貸した時点で戻ってくると思ってないし。
んだとこんちくしょう笑いすぎだよ。サクコだってひなこから何か借りてるんじゃないの？私なんかあったかな。ねえひなこ、じゃあ私が借りてる500円も返さなくていいよね。サクコ利子つけて返すとか言ってなかった？言ってないよ。証文あんなら出してみろ。いいこと聞いた。これからはサクコに貸すとき消しゴムであっても証文を書かせるから。そんな意地悪言わないでよ。
I like the fact that the subtitles fade out here, so you clearly tell she can't hear the conversation.
ひなこ？
あ、ごめん。何？
裏切りも。
Right, let's go right into the middle of the road. Because I get the feeling that being off to the side might mean I get tripped up by something. I've not done this part in a while, and I don't quite remember it. Because I have the memory of a goldfish. Scratch that, I'm not being fair on the goldfish. Ah. Oh well, never mind.
お姉ちゃん。
Well, we managed to avoid dying this time. Just. Right, this is the part where it's going to be most tempting to use pills, but I don't want to. Hey partner, these painkillers should work best for you. They don't only take care of your headaches, but also any pain from injuries. I suspect that's the main cause behind your nasty headaches, is you unconsciously grinding your teeth when you're upset. Does that sound about right? If you ever need to talk about anything, just call my name and I'll be there.
相棒の言う通りだな。
No, we're gonna walk wounded people. I'm hoping we can find a bandage. Worst case scenario. Oh, there's one there. No, it's not good, but I'm gonna deal with it now. So. Oh, I've already got it equipped. Right, that makes sense. I've also got a bar of chocolate, which I don't want to use yet. There we go. And oh, hello.
これで戦える。
Yes, I will take the steel pipe. Okay, I'm starting armed. That's an improvement already, people.
戻らないと。
I'm starting the game armed. Now back here, there's more red capsules. I can't offer the red capsules, but I also want to try and avoid taking them. So by saving inventory space and not collecting them, it will mitigate the need to have them. At least that's my logical theory. Yeah, there's nothing back here. Damn it. Okay, that's fair. Now, I'm pretty sure when we started the game here, we were basically made to evade the enemies. And I'll be honest, I might try and do that here for a short while, just until I get some more supplies. If I can get by without fighting, it's not a bad idea. Even though, what I can do actually is quickly check. So I've got the one that deals heavy damage with high durability weapons, and slightly restoring strength after a successful counter. Both very useful, so we'll leave it at that for now.
シュウ、リンコ。
Yeah, it says there, avoid the monsters and move ahead. I mean, obviously I've got a battle, so I've got a weapon, so I can do. Oh, I managed to dodge that, strangely enough. That one came closer than I would have liked. Anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I picked up some red capsules and I didn't want them. Never mind. I'll have to grin and bear it. Oh, what's through here? Oh, a Yokan. That's very good. Ah, right, so we can't get that one. Oh, that's foreshadowing the inability to escape via the back of Shu's house. Because Shu's house was by the back of the lake, wasn't it? Right, that's the way we need to go. Just wonder if there's anything back here. Oh, there's a house here. Which contains red capsules. Can I climb that ladder? Oh, no, I can't. So seriously, the only thing back here was more pills. That's really disappointing. Considering it's just triggered an enemy, it was a waste of time. No, don't walk. Now's not the time for that, Hinako. Up, up, up. Good girl. Another fox shrine, but we can't do anything with it yet. Oh, more red capsules. I need to stop pressing X to quickly collect. Ow. Got cheap shotted. That's never fun. Not a fan of being cheap shotted. Okay. Can really feel the tense music. In a way, this almost feels like I'm playing one of the Resident Evil games on adaptive difficulty, because I don't feel like I'm getting the pickup drops that I'd expect. And if it's reacting to me essentially being better, then that's kind of annoying. Now, there is one thing I'd never figured out previously. There was a room in this house that I couldn't get access to because I couldn't find the key. And it just makes me wonder if there is one hidden somewhere. It's a bloody key. Better to have a bloody key than bloody tears. I tried to get the first blow, the game was like, no you don't. Now, the mask wasn't very promising, I agree. But now that I've taken that out, is there anything back here? Yes, there is. The back door key. Excellent. Okay, I've just found a new area. That's useful. What was annoying about that enemy then was it didn't do the flash to be countered, which is really annoying. A, because it would have given me some health. And B, it would have been nice to get a highly damaging counter-attacking, as they do more damage. Collection of loving ways for mothers to create the perfect home. Ugh. Feel the misogyny, people. Feel the misogyny. Yeah, true. We'd have unlimited daggers. Right, so what's back here? Oh, that's the path we were walking along before, isn't it? Yeah, it is. When using a restorative item, you will not be interrupted by normal attacks. It was unmissable right at the start of the fucking game. One of my biggest gripes about this game was the interruption on being healed. And it was unmissable at the start of the game. Oh, now that is infuriating. Not just not mildly infuriating either. Not even mildly infuriating, just infuriating. Wow. So I did it on harder mode than I realised, people. Maybe I'm a slightly better gamer than I think I am. I'm really not. Alright, well, thanks for that, Queen. Thanks for reaffirming my thoughts that not using the red capsules is important. So that means basically I've got to avoid pressing L1 and X unless... Do I have enough... do I have anything else I can put in there to replace... Yeah, for now, that's probably better, because I'm more instinctive to go to the left bumper to heal. Unfortunately, you can't drop the red capsules either. Once you pick them up, they're stuck in your inventory. So, it's a bit annoying, really. Yeah, it's an interesting... I kind of like the idea that you... In a way, it's almost like it's an allegory for battling a condition. Because it's in easy reach... And you've got to stop yourself going to collect it. So, in a way, it's actually a pretty good allegory for the actual underlying issue she has. Whether that was part of their design or not, I can't comment. But it almost feels like a deliberate allegory to addiction. Yeah, see, it also explains why you find them so easily. The game's kind of like luring you to use them. Alright, this one we're not going to be able to avoid, so... Well, that was a welcome start. I think that's the way we need to go. So before we go there, let's explore the back areas. I know that Silent Hill is known for having joke endings. For example, in the first game, there's a very interesting joke ending, which unlocks a special weapon, but getting the ending is very, very hard. So I'm wondering if there's a joke ending in this game. Oh, that's disappointing, Avian. You saw something on Facebook by accident. I hate social media for spoilers. And well, I mean, I don't know what it is. At least they know to keep informed that it exists in the game. It's not really a spoiler if it confirms something I've already said. It's not a spoiler, don't worry about it. I did say they do normally have them, so I wonder if there is one. Well, now I know there is. It's just something else for me to farm and unlock. Don't worry about it. Right, at the moment I don't have what I need. What I want to do is I'd like to get another on a Omamori slot. If I have 3 Omamori slots, that'll be so much better. Because I'll be able to equip, like, the not being interrupted when healing, the high counter damage, and the high durability weapon damage. I know you can get up to 5, but I think you'll probably have to play through New Game Plus a good 2 or 3 times. And to be fair, that's kind of fitting. According to Nihon Shoki, one of Japan's most ancient history books, Yamato no Orochi, a colossal 8-headed dragon, or a snake if you will SMT, demanded the sacrifice of beautiful young girls for it to devour. Upon hearing this, the wild deity Susanoo no Mikoto brought 8 barrels of sake to the dragon and lured it into drinking them. Once Yamato no Orochi had become intoxicated, he slew the dragon by chopping off all 8 heads. And according to Ebisagaoka's oldest historical records, after being decapitated, one of Yamato no Orochi's heads flew far west and fell between the mountains of Higa no Kuni. The head eventually came back to life as a poisonous water dragon that plagued the land for many years to come. Higa no Kuni is now known as Ebisagaoka. There are records of toxic gas leaks from the underground water streams in the past. It is highly possible that this is where the legend of a poisonous water dragon stemmed from. However, while the local records state that Yamato no Orochi's head flew here, there is no mention of this in the Nihon Shoki. It is not hard to surmise that some shameless individuals put a religious spin on the noxious leaks to turn a profit, and falsified connections using famous literature to solidify their claim. And there we go, we've now got an EMA, but I'm going to save it because I want more faith. A kitchen knife this early in the game? That's my boss killer. I am saving that and repairing it for bosses. That's my boss weapon. I'm not using. I'm going to try and avoid using it on regular enemies unless I have to. Another bandage, and here we go. Another one of you. Excellent, there we go. Yeah, the joke ending, something daft like it was that treasure hunter's diaries joke monster or something. Right, I've got 2 paths here. One's a dead end though, so what's in the dead end? Oh. A literal dead end. Well, that's disappointing. Oh yes, I will take the toolkit. That I will take. And I'm probably going to put that... No. Avian, you're not allowed to use logic in a video game. Even if the game has shown us jumping over fences and gates before, our character has now lost the ability to do that because she's not in a cutscene. You have to remember that. Cutscene moves never translate to the main play. I hate those attacks. They're unavoidable and you can't counter them. Yes, those attacks, they feel cheap. I need 2 new types of items so I can consign the red capsules to my item box and not touch them again. Ideally. I think we've already got a Yokan equipped, I'm sure of it. Yeah, we do. Okay, not much more we can do about that. Here they come again. Yeah, that charm for increasing damage with high durability weapons is very useful if you can get into counter game mode. It feels quite a slow method of play, you know, you're constantly moving back, blocking, countering. So I apologise if that feels not very tense to watch or exciting. Ah, here we are. And we can pick up a baseball bat, so we've now got 3 weapons. Yeah, so the actual counter mechanics, when you see them, is actually better. It was what I started doing towards the end of the last playthrough, to be honest. It was a good way. It's fine if you're in one-on-one, but if you're in an enemy where there's multiple ones, like in the very end of the game situation, for example, where I was often had quite a lot of enemies, that was when it was extremely tedious. That was very annoying. But again, that's just part of the game. You just have to learn to accept it. Just to get some extra faith, but I need a lot more faith for what I want to do. Yeah, I've still only got the regular costumes, not that I want to change costume anyway. Oh, there's an item there. Oh, boo, I picked up more red capsules. I saw the text at the last second. Haha, you've been playing the same way or not at all, that's fair, I get it. Understand that, Avian.
子の夢だったよね。堅苦しい神社じゃなくて駄菓子屋の娘に生まれたかったって。ここならいつでも好きなだけお菓子が食べられるよ。おやすみ、咲子。
I'm really hoping these endings aren't like in SMT. Choose one particular member and it changes the ending. I'm too used to that in SMT.
咲子、私やっぱり咲子との約束守りたいよ。
Get out of my store. Yeah, I agree. It's a brilliant visual. You're not wrong there, Avian. And that's exactly what I mean, Queen. Yeah, if at any point you have to choose, almost like choosing an alignment in SMT, like choose to go along with Shu or choose to go along with, you know, Rinko, and I really don't want that to happen. We shall see then, Queen, but let's keep an eye out for it. Oh, I remember this puzzle. This was the shrine one, wasn't it? Thy restless heart betrays thee as unfit on this auspicious day. Thou must first pay respect to the gods and the spirits of thine ancestors. A restless heart leads to a corrupt soul. Only through sufficient offerings laid upon many stands may thy soul be cleansed. Right, so that's the puzzle we've got. Right. Okay, so let's have a... Oh, this is way easier than the version I had. This is easier. It's the knots. That's literally all it is. It's literally the knots. Hang on, no, it's not. I've just made a slight mistake there. think I know what I've done wrong here. Didn't spot the inverted edge. Okay, Queen, that's a useful thing to know.
おはよう。悪い夢にうなされていたかな。
悪い夢。
怪我はないか。怪我をするようなことは私がする。君は体を大事にしなさい。
ありがとう。
それでは行こうか、ひなこ。
どこ？
どうした？こっちだ。
Yes, we're back amongst the creepy guy. Evil Tuxedo Mask. And much like Tuxedo Mask, he doesn't do anything. Well, that's not entirely fair. There's one thing he did do at one point I can remember. He's not quite as bad for Aura Farming as Tuxedo Mask. But it's about the same kind of level. My work here is done. But you didn't do anything! Oh, that's true actually, Avian. Yes, he always threw a rose. That's the point. It's like the old... Ah, I remember this puzzle now. Okay, we need to find out what we're looking for first from Mamre. I actually saw someone edited that scene where they made Tuxedo Mask. They put the head of Goko from SMT5 saying, "My work here is done," and then Nahabino over Sailor Moon going, "But you didn't do anything." So on point. Yeah, that is creepy, Hinako. You're not wrong.
君のために鍵を用意した。案内しよう。こっちだ、ミナコ。
I do find it interesting that Hinako's light is golden and his is blue. There's no doubt a spiritual reference in that of some kind. But I'm too used to the blue lanterns being the ones that ward off enemies in Resident Evil 4. I really doubt the creators of Silent Hill took influence from that. And now we have a place where we can save again. Oh, what's this here? Another Yokan. Excellent. Gonna quickly go down to the base level here. Just so I've got some new save file that I've got so I don't lose. Yes, there's an auto save. People say you should trust it. No. No, don't. Oh. I really don't want to touch those. Ah, so we have locks here. Okay. Yeah, we're finding the EMAs. Yes, what is that doing there? To extol the advent of our clan, we bestow upon this sacred land the name Heaven's Benediction. Send forth to the sky a crane, to the earth a serpent, and to the spring a tortoise. Pray for the prosperity of our clan. So we need to find an EMA of a crane, possibly a bird, a serpent, that's going to be obviously a snake, and a tortoise that speaks for itself. On the back of those EMAs will be the code we need for the lock. That's what I'm expecting. Meanwhile... Oh, not these arseholes. Right, before I do anything, I've just realised something. I've got the high durability item equipped. The weapons in this part of the game don't have durability. So I'm wasting one of my Amori slots. Oh my god. Ah, it's still counting as in combat at the moment. That's annoying. Oh, he won't fuck off. I'm out of mood, I'm out of stamina. many slashes it takes to die? Either this weapon is useless, or the enemies have got far too much damage to them. Like damage sponges. They're absolute damage sponges. I'm gonna equip that one. Perfect dodges being easier to perform. Plus, I don't like enemies like that who've got loads of moves, loads of speed, and loads of power. Those enemies are more annoying than bosses. Because they've got no predictability to the patterns or anything. Tales of mortals being wed to gods as spirits can be found throughout every culture across human history. Certainly from the perspective of humans, to tie oneself to a divine being is an undeniable honor. However, if one were to consider the opposite perspective, the divine being is binding themselves to a vulgar life form. What could possibly motivate them to make such a degrading choice? Countless seasons have passed since I first came to this sacred land of beauty and wonder. And yet, even now, if I consider whether myself am worthy of such an honor, I cannot answer in the affirmative with any confidence. So I must ask myself, what benefit is there to be such beings mixing their divine blood with that of lowly mortals? To be clear, I am overjoyed to be of some use to them. However, I cannot help but wonder. Dodging does not consume stamina while in a near-death state. Well, that might have been useful earlier on, but never mind, it's done now. I think I'm at a point where I can't go any further. So I found something. That was good. Let's get some light back. Might help me see what I'm doing. Oh, it's the... What are these doing here? What the hell are they doing here at this point in the game? Right, they flash just before they do that move. That's interesting. I'm not having this. This is nonsense. Thank you, Queen. Right, I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die on purpose. I can't move. Now I'm stuck. Say, damage sponges shouldn't be out here together. Right, they might have now buggered off for a while. That looks like a crane. Nope, it's not that one. Okay. Nah, it's not that one. It's none of these. Okay, next. No, I'm not seeing it amongst them either. Yeah, it's their duplicates of the one I've already checked. What's that one?
他の絵も探さないと。
Okay, that's the first one done. Next. Right, over the forest this way by the looks of it, 'cause on the map there appears to be wooden planks. Yeah, there is. But thank you for getting rid of the bot there, Queen. I really appreciate it. To whomever happens to read this note, it becomes so easy if you just stop and give up. After all, you are already among the dead. Well, not this time. I managed to clutch it and avoid being killed, so... For now, I'll take it as it is. That might be a save point, though. Ah, kudzu tea. That could come in handy. I need one more type of item to equip. Because I want to get those, I want to get the... I want to get the red capsules out of my immediate inventory if I can. No. Okay. So I'm trying to save up 3,000 faith. Because if I can do that, I can get another Omamori slot. And that'll make a big difference. That'll allow me to equip multiple and make a decision as to what I'm going to do next. You know, like having the counter one for healing. Or the one for potentially being able to not get interrupted while healing. You know, things like that. Right, I was looking for a snake or a tortoise this time. And it's none of those. Next. No, it's none of them. I spy a tortoise.
あと一つ。
So we got that one. Where's the next one then? Looking on the map. Ah, up ahead by the looks of it. Ah, right, we need to come back from the other side. So where the shrine was that we prayed, around that side there should be another bridge. And that'll take us behind the gate. Because of course we can't just like climb the gate. Already made it clear we can't argue with video game logic. Oh, it won't fuck up. It should piss off. There should be a point where when you get into a puzzle area they don't appear. I honestly hate the stamina gauge. I really don't like it. We put you in situations like where you have to use evasion and then limit the amount of evasion you can do. You can't have your cake and eat it. You either want us to be doing Soulsborne dodging or you want us to be tanking blows. You can't have your cake and eat it. It's not how it works. It's terrible design. You want us dodge rolling, give us the ability to infinite dodge roll. Still, fortunately, I managed to get him off my case. That might be what I'm looking for. Thank you. That now means the red capsules are not going to be easy to consume. I don't want them to be consumable. Oh, hello.
よし。じゃあお前を試そう。
Fantastic. So now we need to get back to the vault, which is all the way over there. I fancy going left if I can. What's that there? That gate I can interact with.
Mom, Dad, I don't think I'll make it home. I just wish I could see you one last time. Mayumi.
And Mayumi was the name of the person on the missing persons poster that was torn down. So, that's not a coincidence. That can't be a coincidence. Yeah, in a moment we're going to get to the point where you need to do quite a lot of significantly quick running from memory. Because there are a lot of enemies. It's not worth trying to go into bat against them all. Yeah, that's it there. I do like the way the soupy fog obfuscates the path at times. It makes it really quite navigationally difficult. Of course, it adds the pressure when there's a battle going on. Which again, I've not got too much of an issue with by itself. I just wish there was a better way of dealing with the stamina gauge. No, I'm not touching them. Right, okay. So if we quickly go to the journal, we're looking at the London Underground roundel on its side, the London Underground roundel turned 90 degrees, and the snake with a V underneath it. So the underground roundel, the overground roundel, and that. Checking for any more loot before I go any further. So the knife is not that great a weapon here. I much prefer my Naginata. That was a much better weapon for me.
受け取ってもらえて嬉しい。淡雪の紅玉より削り出して作った君のための鍵だ。
私のために。
その鍵を稲荷像に。
I do find that annoying, the whole stop it getting paralysed in place thing. That feels arbitrary to me. And I really don't like cheap shots from behind like that, where you can't see them coming because of the camera. But still, it could have been worse. And I agree, Queen. Very wise advice.
だが、こちらの扉は聖域へ入ることを許された者にしか開かれない。
私は入っていいの？
もちろんだとも。君を招くために今日がある。まだ少し歩かねばならないが、しばし休もうか。
大丈夫です。
疲れたらすぐに言いなさい。では行こうか。
don't remember that happening with the doll. I don't remember that happening at all. I might be just misremembering that though.
ひなこしっかりしろ返事をしろよかったお前は簡単に死ぬようなやつじゃないよな。
シュウはまだ生きてる。
サクコは無事だよな。一体どうなってんだ。街から誰もいなくなってる。これが悪い夢なのか。
どこに行っても化け物しかいない。悪夢以外の何者でもないな。
だとしても幸運だったよ。この世界に残ったのが2人だとして、そのもう一人がお前で嬉しいよ、相棒。
リンコは？
俺はあいつに話があるって言われただけで別にその。
リンコは無事なのか？一緒に逃げたんじゃないのか？
悪い。俺も混乱してたみたいだ。あの時はみんなバラバラに逃げた。俺もリンコの姿は見てない。
こんな状況でリンコはどこへ？
自分の家か。行ってみようぜ、相棒。
シュウ？
どうした？早く来ないと置いてくぜ。
Some partner you are, dude.
よし、しっかりしないと。とにかくリンコを見つけなきゃ。サクコ。
I can't get in there. That's a shame.
もう行かなきゃ。
Okay then, so let's get ourselves excited and start trying to make some more progress. I'm actually amazed to go away with that, because that particular area with the enemies that basically do all the crouching, they very rarely did anything that you could counter from what I could see. Speaking of that, I just realised my Amoris. I've got the one which is for perfect dodges. However, I much prefer the wolf one. High durability weapons. And I say we now know we've also got this one as well, which is when you're using a restorative item, you will not be interrupted by normal attacks. Well, so far, I've not needed to use that. I've only needed to use one healing, and I found space to do it. So, here we go. I'll be careful on my weapon durability. It's not that high at the moment. Nice. Sorry, people. I don't like doing that, but I had to get rid of that itch. I mean, I don't drink. Does that mean I'm not a real man? Don't answer that in the chat, please. Yeah, there's 2 of them here. I'm trying to isolate them. We now have Higashi. That can take place of my chocolate bar. But yeah, I've already used 10 spaces, even though I'm deliberately trying to maintain what I use. Ah, that's ironic. Oh, I thought I'd snuck past it. This is purely because my bar... Oh, what's this? The Great Space Invasion. The mothership has dispatched countless miniature UFOs. These tiny round discs attach themselves to innocent folks' heads and brainwash them to take over their body. Have you noticed any strange objects on the back of your loved ones' heads? Yep, so she watched this movie when he was young, came up with Space Wars game we used to play. Watched it back then too, because he dragged her to see it. Don't have any memories of it, interestingly, though. But apparently it scared her so much she couldn't stop crying for days. Yeah, that weapon's not in good shape, but I don't want to waste my repair kit on it. Because I want to save my repair kit for the kitchen knife. Because the kitchen knives are the weapons which are really, really good. They do an F-ton of damage. Oh. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, I can attack you from behind as well. That's an equalizer, isn't it, people? Oh, we're back here. We're on the other side of the sledgehammer pit. Yeah, we are. I'm sure of it. Yeah. We got revenge with a baseball bat from behind. So what's in this construction site? I've never been here. Oh, a new iron pipe. Excellent. I need to use one of my items. Yeah, so I basically need to use one of my items up in order to pick the Kudzuti up. Now, what I want to do, ideally, if I can... Oh, there's something there. More Arare. Awesome. I'm trying to find another... Yeah. I'm trying to find another shrine so I can donate some of my items. Because that way I can find some more faith. Hinako, just call me Negan. Or Cloud with the nail bat. Yes, both count. Both are on point. Nice, I found some more Higash as well. Yes, so what we're going to do here, people, is we're actually going to explore. Oh. Appears to be a clue relating Ibisagawa. Right. In the Muromachi period, the Great Famine of Oe had young individuals desperate for quick money, and so they searched for the legendary sword. One story even claims that the sword was discovered. However, the youth who found it became consumed by the Taira clan's resentment and massacred the others one after another. After that, the sacred sword became known as the Sacred Sword, and it is thought to contain the lingering animosity of the defeated Taira soldiers. Was the sword hidden after that? There is not enough information. I must search for the Jizo statues myself. I was able to get in contact with a resident who knows the location of an old Jizo statue. This may be my first clue that will lead me to the sword. Does Kiryu use a baseball bat? I'm not entirely sure, because again, I didn't get very far in the Yakuza games. I tried getting into them and I just couldn't. I could not get into them no matter how hard I tried. It was because I think they reminded me a bit too much of the Shenmue games. But there was also far too much content in them. Way too much content. I know people might find that surprising, but hear me out. When a game has a lot of content to tick off, it becomes a box-checking exercise. And it gets very frustrating and tedious as a player. It's why some games are known as doing what's called Ubisofting, where basically there's just like 1,000,001 collectibles, and it just gets annoying. Case in point, Batman Arkham City. Come and watch that next week and see me lose my mind as I continue to try and find more and more of the Riddler's secret clues. You can watch that here live and exclusive on twitch.tv at 8 PM GMT on Wednesday. And of course, you can also check out Queen3210 over on YouTube at Queen3210. Playthroughs of the likes of Danganronpa, playthroughs of the likes of Phoenix Wright, the ongoing Final Fantasy X-2 towards 100%, Dishonored 3 Reload, the recently completed Dishonored 2, and of course the Road 96 playthrough featuring me, because I'm so egotistical I'll even plug myself in someone else's plug. Right, so the image for the Sacred Sword. Right, so it appears to be a construction yard with a beam on the side of it. That's literally all I can see. Oh, what's this? Ah, a sickle. Right, a backup weapon. Okay, that's useful. Oh, hang on. Jumping to the end of the Heian period, the infamous Genpei War wreaked havoc across the country, and defeated warriors from the Taira clan fled to all corners of Japan for sanctuary. Ancient folklore claims that Ebisagaoka is one such hidden sanctuary. Few ventured close to this land, for the poisonous gas that rose from the ground was a well-known phenomenon. This made it the perfect hiding place for shamed warriors. Though this did not come without its own inherent problems, as there are numerous records regarding Ebisagaoka's residents suffering from the water dragon's poison. It's only natural, then, that they would turn to idolization as a device to quell the dragon's anger. However, despite the popularity of the faith at the time, not a hint of its legacy remains today. It just goes to show that even the gods are not exempt from the fickleness of man. And we've got another EMA, which is great. Now, as I say... Oh.
シュウいるか？
なんだ相棒。
今のこの状況、いつまでも宇宙船総合行していたい。私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
だったら互いの頬をつねり合ってみるか。
いや、自分の方法くらい自分でつねれる。
残念だが夢じゃないみたいだな。
Right, so there's lots of areas we need to explore. Or at least try to. Ah, I can't get any further this... Oh, no, I don't want the red capsules. Leave them alone. What's that? Oh, more red capsules. How convenient that they're leaving them around like candy people.
先生いますか？
So getting back to health without that, with no actual items being used, that's a valuable ability. Of course, it comes with its inherent risk because you've got to get into close quarters combat. And a ladder. So what do we have up here then? Nothing at the edge. Okay. Right, inside. Inside. There we go. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that enemy's dead. That's been last. So there's some kind of key somewhere. Fujitori Kotoyuki, age 9. The patient had joined a group of children chasing down a fox that had wandered into the village. The fox then attacked the patient, leaving several lacerations on his face. The wound below his left eye is particularly deep and shows a considerable risk of scarring. During treatment, he suddenly fell unconscious and was measured with a fever of over 40 degrees. Emergency transfer of the patient to the prefectural hospital was requested. Upon arrival, however, the doctors there were unable to detect any abnormalities, even after multiple rounds of testing. After confirming his condition was stable, the patient was cleared to return home the following morning. When questioned during a follow-up examination, the patient responded that he felt completely fine. According to the patient's mother, however, Kotoyuki is like a whole other boy and has been applying himself to his schoolwork harder than ever before. A medical malaise that...
先生ですか？
I had assumed up until now that being possessed by the fox was sort of a curse. However, it turns out that among the followers of the Inari faith in Ebisugaoka, it can be more nuanced than that. I heard one tale of a housewife who was possessed by the fox after sharing some scraps of food with a real, starving fox. As a sign of gratitude, the fox showed her the whereabouts of hidden treasure. Another tale claims that a pious shaman was possessed by the fox and given premonitions of a coming famine. They were able to warn the town and stockpile enough food to endure it. There are numerous stories like this suggesting that being possessed by the fox is not necessarily a turn of bad luck. Though with the influence of today's media from outside the town regarding ghost and horror stories and Twitch streams, the fox has become seemingly as purely a negative phenomenon, particularly among the younger generations. There are numerous tales of those who blaspheme against the Inari faith being possessed by the fox. These tales have no quantitative scientific basis, of course. However, I want to try my best to avoid outright refuting tradition and local beliefs. The effectiveness of any medicine provided to a patient who believes themselves sick due to the fox's possession is drastically low. As a man of science, I surprise even myself here when I say that, for the best results, patients should be told to offer their sincere prayers to Inari-san prior to seeking medical treatment. By respecting and complying with local traditions, I feel I can build a far stronger rapport with my patients here. So the doctor converted to witch doctor, Oh. Hang on. Okay, that's got a big fat nothing. Hey! We found a key. Oh, hello. How's that for a feast for the eyes? I especially like the fact that there's a pair of scissors in there, implying a certain thing was done with those scissors. I will leave the implication right there. I'm not saying another word. I can imagine that's quite a gross image, Queen. You're not wrong. What was the doctor doing with a box full of eyeballs? Do I want to know the answer to that question? No. No, I don't. Even now, the trust given to the long-standing physicians of the Iwai family is unshakably strong. When I spoke to the eldest working member of the family at a gathering, I was astonished by their outstanding bounty of knowledge. Though, as they discussed the details of their practices with me, I got the hint that they might still be using controlled substances in their treatment. However, I think it best that I look the other way in this situation. While it is now illegal to produce the cloudy rice wine known as Doboroku, people across Japan were once free to make it as they needed. Perhaps operating within the grey area of legislation between traditional and modern medicine has always been the role of local physicians here. Right, so you found potentially signs of the creation of illegal drugs, and you're just going to turn the other cheek. That seems dangerous to me. Increases maximum health. So if we need that for a clutch, we can always increase our maximum health. That's useful. Undetermined cause of death, case 09. Body was astonishingly malnourished, and the calvarium had split open like it had burst from the inside. The cranial bones had been hollowed out and filled with insect eggs, later identified as belonging to various species, including locusts, grasshoppers, and crickets. No evidence to suggest they were put there by human hand. Seen to be planted by insects naturally, highly unusual behavior considering the current harsh winter temperatures. Yet another corpse come through with an inexplicable cause of death. At least this one was easier to stomach than case 08. All bodies with unexplainable causes of death are kept secret and swiftly handed over to the police department. In turn, the police department immediately disposes of such bodies without so much as a customary glance. Additional notes. This man was suspected of blaspheming against religious doctrine. He seemed to bear some kind of grudge against the Inari faith. It's always the same with these strange corpses. After all, there can only be one outcome for those not paying reverence to Oinari-san. There are many games that have had negative things done to eyeballs there, Queen. How long, where shall we start the list? There are many I can think of. Yep, I knew you would, Dad. Yes, the letter is a good place to start. You can check out Queen3210's playthrough of that over on YouTube at Queen3210. There are tons of the ones involving the eyes. It's a certain thing that they like to do, don't they? It's like the Quentin Tarantino movie, Kill Bill. That had a fetish for doing things with the eyes. Which is odd, because normally when you think of Quentin Tarantino, you think of another part of the body that he likes to get camera shots of. That was not a smooth segue. That was not smooth at all. That was about as smooth as sandpaper covered in broken glass. Ah, so you were going to give me the benefit of the doubt and just say broken glass rather than the sandpaper to it. So I might have been overly harsh to myself with that analysis. I can take some solace from that. Ah. Yeah, once again, I'm overloaded, which is kind of one of the things with this game. It's almost like an inventory management simulator in many ways. But, you know, that's part of the challenge of playing the game. In fact, I might see if I could possibly... Yeah, there's a shrine not too far back. I'm going to chance going back for it. Just to see if I can get rid of some items that I don't need. So I do like how they've covered the draw distance with the fog here. Ah, here you come. Here they come. Here come the bastards. Oh. Okay, fair enough. That's the red capsules. I don't want those. I don't want to touch the red capsules. I'm going to enshrine one of you, two of you, one of you, and one of you. I'm also going to enshrine you. So that's freed up a couple of slots, which is nice. It's not a lot of slots though, I must admit. Yeah, so it reminds you of Resident Evil. That's another playthrough, of course, that you've started recently. I watched the first part of that. Go check that out over on Queen32's channel over on YouTube. And yes, you've chosen a very challenging game to start with. Resident Evil 1 Remake is notoriously rough. It's probably one of the harder games, in my opinion. It's probably one of the hardest games in the series. So starting there takes major cojones. Ah, Sakuriko's shrine is up ahead. Okay. Oh, it definitely makes sense to start with one, because chronologically that's where it begins. But I obviously started with Resident Evil 1, as in literally 1. Oh, key to Sakuriko's... Hang on, I picked it up in the last playthrough and couldn't do anything with it. Oh, wait a second. Can I get back to her house where she leaned out of the window? I think I can. I think right there in the middle where you got the drawing of the convection restore, I think that road can be navigated. Right, we're going to go back there. If I'm right, we might be able to finally see what's inside her mailbox. There might be something really useful. Got divine water, which is nice. Oh, what's this? A rusted flask that's no longer usable. Oh, hold on. No longer usable. That might be another tribute item. But yeah, I will say the Resident Evil 1 Remake did make some changes, big ones to the story, so it's a good place to start, actually. And I'd say 2 Remake has kind of diverged in places as well.
Oi, Aibo. Rinko no ie wa sochi ja nai ze.
ごめんぼんやりしてた
ここサクコの家の神社だよな。
うん
あんまり思い詰めるな。急いでリンコを探そう。
そうだな行こう。
Ah, you meant to the lockbox in this game for lore. Right, okay, fair enough. Let's see if we can find it. Assuming there is any lore in there. So, in that case then, we want to go... Ah, right, okay, yep. I think I know which way I want to go. First place, find back to that shrine. Then once we're there, we can continue back towards town. Almost. Might as well since I'm here, because I can get rid of some more things from my item box. Creates more space and gives me more faith, because I want to be able to get another one of these. You can see there in the map, it's got the pills. So that suggests we've got the... Well, that's one of the endings that's been unlocked. So by discarding the red pills, we might have a chance to find something new. So that's okay. Yeah, we'll go left here. I thought that was an enemy then. I've also got places down here that I've not explored as well, so I should do that. I think this might be where we came earlier. Yeah. Yeah, it was. This was the area we came last time, so let's leave that be. Another temple. So we're going to activate it on the map. Another dead end loaded with red capsules. Yeah, I don't want to touch those. In the words of Narukami, I'll just leave them be. I don't need the health right now, so if I can get around them, I will. There's a tobacconist, because I had tobacco. Yeah, it's up here. Here's where we want to go. To the left and then to the right. And now I've got the theme song for Sword Art Online abridged in my head. We don't need to engage the counter move, then I won't. Ah. Well, if you're not going to fight me. Ah, we got the Omamori Spider. Greater with decreases weapon durability consumption from performing light attacks. So that's kind of useful. Ah, letter from the prefecture hospital. Mr. and Mrs. Igarashi, test results. We have completed the test results for Igarashi Sakuko below. One, results. No abnormalities found. Observation. Shows characteristics of mild autism. All other test results were within normal range. It is not unusual for pubescent children to claim they can see and hear things that are not real. As they mature, these issues tend to resolve themselves on their own, so I believe there is no need for concern. Regarding her fear of the dark, her response is proper and natural. Continuing to scold her may only worsen her condition. Please do not trouble yourself over Sakuko. Simply raise her with love and affection, and let her mature at her own pace. Is that doctor's note really from 1960s? That seemed remarkably progressive for the for the period. Let her grow at her own pace. Don't scold her? What kind of advice is that? Yes. I approve, but at the same time, I'm a bit surprised. Ah, there's another enemy here. I didn't actually go beyond this point. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Wasn't getting into counter mode. That time it did.
新しい武器を見つけなきゃ。
We can go back here. Out of curiosity, what's back here? I'm half curious. Well, there's an enemy to start. I've just seen that. And I can't change weapon yet because I'm not in out of a spot. Oh, too late. Yeah, what's back here? A load of trouble, that's what's back here. What the hell? I'm hoping there'll be something worthwhile back here now. Because I didn't actually come back here at all last time. Did someone move the truck? The answer is there's nothing back here. It's just the truck's been moved. That's a pretty accurate commentary of my gameplay there, Queen. You're not incorrect. Oh, there's some red capsules. Yeah, that was worth coming back here for. Oh, well, that was. To be fair, the chocolate's a good thing to offer. I could put that as an offering, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. Yeah, there's no change to that there, so that has not updated to anything in particular. Yeah, so now I've gone batty. Yes, I'll see myself out for that one. That was a bad one. And we'll see what happens next. I believe I left an enemy alive back here, so I've got to be careful. Yep, there they are. Just going to quickly go past them. Because with weapon durability, that's one of the problems. Ah, yes, Hinako's gone postal. I mean, in this, in a town like, oh, what? Interesting. In fact, where was it that I moved? I did actually move a beam back. It was here. I'm going to equip the sickle for a while. I'm going to go gardening. And I'm going to move this onto that one there. So with that in mind, we've got to decide the route we're taking. Yeah, more capsules. I said I don't believe I've taken any capsules so far. And I'm going to try and keep it that way. I hear an enemy in the water. Yep, here they come. Nice. That's sliced her straight in half. Pretty much. So now we're going to go exploring the rice fields. Which I'm kind of annoyed about, because last time I had to explore these rice fields, we ended up in one of the most annoying situations I've ever been in. Those who are here will know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I heard a second one. I heard that second one coming. I'm like, oh no you don't. If you want me, you come and get me your... Oh. Right. They don't want me. Okay, fair enough. Next. You want me though? This weapon's quite good because it appears to do decent damage output and it's quite fast. The only concern is whether it's going to be one that's weak on durability. Doesn't seem to be, so for now, it's worth our while doing more exploratory approaches. Can we get in here? No, we can't. Say that again. Hello? No? Okay. Whatever that was, Dave. Yep. Oh, we actually managed to dodge that one. I'm surprised. Oh, we got a first aid kit too. That's nice. They give full healing restoration. But we can't get into the house or around it. What I need to do here is get to a point where I can jettison some items. I'm not there. Where do I need to go here? Guys, you can't possibly climb over those 4 hail bales, can you? Oh, no, 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 no. That's not prim and proper. We don't do that round here. That's not how it works at all. I might be able to go left here, though. Because I believe that takes me to a shrine. Assuming I can get up there. Fantastic. So, we will enshrine 2 of you, because that gets us a lot of faith. We'll also enshrine 1 Arare, just to free up some space. I've got 6 bandages. I've got tons of bandages, which is a good thing. It just shows that I'm maintaining my health at the moment, which is a good thing. But it's also annoying for inventory space. I know a lot of people have given feedback on this game to say that they're having to do a lot of menu management. Ah, hello. What's that in the middle of there? That's got my attention. I want to know what it is. In a way, it'd also be nice if you could choose to discard things on the map. You know, you see like some things that are dropped on the, like those pills, for example. Just choose that you'll never see them on the map again, so you don't want to pick them up by accident. Well, whatever it is, I can't get to it from here, so I need to go back around. Here they come. And I've just run into a dead end, haven't I? Like an idiot. Okay, no big deal. Patience. Patience. Here they come. Ah, that was their grab move. So if you are quick enough, you can dodge backwards and get out of range. That's useful. Oh, there's a house here. Can't get into it though. Oh, hang on. There's something round the back here. The legend of Ibisagaoka's monster, Ayakakashi. Long ago, there was a sighting of a scarecrow monster known as Ayakakashi here in Ibisagaoka. It appeared one sweltering summer day deep within the crop fields, dancing a most peculiar of dances, like a ripple of hot air. People warned not to let one's gaze settle for too long upon its bizarre figure, or try and get close to Ayakakashi, for it will chase any who do to the ends of the earth before taking their life. Ayakakashi. Oh, it... Now in brilliant color, the Great Space Invasion. Experience terror like never before with the invasion of the body-snatching aliens. Huh? Oh no. That's gonna be the joke ending, isn't it? We get abducted by aliens. Or we're being experimented on after being abducted by aliens. That's gonna be the joke ending. I'm calling it now. The fact that we just had a flash scene involving aliens tells me everything. We've not even updated Space Wars with that. I'm calling it now, people. I'll need someone to remind me to pick up the phone later, potentially. We'll see. Well, I say later. It's dependent on me actually finding the ending and beating the game. You could tell me whether I'm right or wrong, but you won't. Thank you for that, Queen. I appreciate that. And that goes for anybody else in the chat. Well, everybody else in the chat here tonight knows the way it goes, but we don't do spoilers on this channel. So if you are going to join the chats and get involved, please... don't be that individual. Like the person who spoiled the secret ending of 10-2 for me that time. Oh, you should have done this to get this happen. It's like, oh, cheers. Well, I don't have to now. You just told me what happens. Thank you. You know, it's the same kind of thing. And I'm not going to say exactly what that was because the 10-2 100% playthrough is currently ongoing on Queen3210's channel. So, quite frankly, I don't want to be revealing that right now. It would be a bit unfair. And of course, while he's not here at the moment, ChrisJT1985 over on YouTube and Twitch.tv, you can check him out too. I believe he's back doing Watch Dogs Legion on Tuesday, but I need to talk to him because I don't know actually. I know that he has a big trip coming up and it will be affecting his streaming schedule. Can't think why. You know what I mean? Ooh, hello. 1 second. I think I found it. Check it out. That beam. And that water tank. Yeah, this is the place. Somewhere around here. And there's a steel pipe weapon available if I need it as well. So if I need to replace my sickle or my baseball bat, I've got that available. Which is fantastic. Oh, hello. Thank you. Yep, so the character for Mizu can be made out, so we wanted to find water. And then we've put down the water flask and the temple has been found. So we've managed to succeed once again, people. I'm feeling quite good here. But yeah, there's something about the fact that we saw a flash of aliens, which has definitely tipped me off. But again, we'll find out potentially in the future. That's Hinako going, please stay down. Oh, there's another enemy nearby. Oh, I accidentally picked up red capsules.
Nani?
I accidentally picked up red capsules, but luckily, I don't think that matters. It's only if you use them. At least that's my theory, judging by the fact that on the saved icons, it does have pictures of pills for my previous playthrough. That gets me wondering, though, if I'm right, and that's how you trigger some of the other endings, what if you were one of these people who decided to play the game and not use the capsules? I wonder what would happen. If you played through like a brand new save, you know, with no new game plus, brand new profile kind of thing. Not that I'm planning to, because I'd have to do some jury rigging to make that work. Yeah, we need to go left here. And this will take us out back to the main road, I think. Yeah, it has. Huh? I heard you. Oh, really? It's empty. Good lord. How dare you reveal a box of a special pedestal and a prompt and it had contained nothing? Found a chocolate bar, though, that's good news. Oh, hang on. Why does this feel familiar? Ah, yes. I think I know what's coming, people.
ひなこかこの気持ち悪いのには触るなよ毒があるかもしれない右の庭から回ってこっちに来い
わかった。
Red capsules, I don't want those. A new steel pipe, but looking at my weapons, they're all in a decent shape for now, so I don't want to waste it if I can possibly avoid it. Plus, there might be the option to come back and grab it if I need to in the middle of the battle. What's the... Oh. We've also got another toolkit. So, I've also got 3 toolkits, so ideally I don't want to really waste them at this time. Yep, we need a key. So just before we pick up that key... Ah, can't collect that, I've not got the space. Is there anything else back here that I can use? Bandages, don't need those for now. They can be safe in my inventory. Okay. Right, we're going to trigger it, people. Here we go. I don't know why she pulled her hand out of the box then. She just grabbed it. Is it just me? Right, okay, I can either repair the sickle or switch to the knife. Oh, ow. Nothing I could do then because I ran out of stamina. Why push the doors so slowly? Just get on with it, you know what I mean?
ひなこ蔵の窓だ急げ大丈夫か
なんとかな。
よかった純子さんに頼まれたんだ何があってもお前を守れってな
お姉ちゃんが？
ずいぶん前の話ささあ行こうぜ
行こう。
So, I not only managed to survive that fight, I did that fight damageless. I didn't take a single hit. No, sorry, no I didn't. I'm wrong. There was the point when he scraped the ground, wasn't there? Other than that, it was a damageless fight. That I will take as a very big W. Yeah, obviously that's the other side of there. We don't want to go anywhere closer to it. But that was pretty damn good. I'm hoping that there'll be a... If there isn't one, then that's going to be annoying. Ah, there isn't. I was hoping it'd be a shrine. Inari Tsush. Unfortunately, I've not got space for it, so I'm going to have to leave it. Luckily, I should be able to pick it up on the way through after the next scene. Because that goes very well as a, what they call a enshrining. Oh, hang on, there it is. I knew there was one here. I knew there was one nearby. Ah, I am such a pillock, I really am. Oh, I'm going to have to leave it. I can't do anything. Or I could just go here and do what I need to. It's like, bruh, come on. What the hell are you doing? I'm going to give one Yokan away, actually. I'm actually going to try one of those as well. Now, before I do what I want to do, I'm going to quickly check out here for any more items. Including the Inari Sush. Because then what I can do is decide on their plan. So I was thinking of getting the third Amori, because then I can put the one that does other things like the evasion dodges for one, or the one where it doesn't interrupt, or the one that greatly reduces damage, weapon durability for light damage attacks. That'd be especially useful for after countering, because after countering and the stunned, come back immediately and use the light damage to be able to do a lot of attacks and not have to worry about breaking the weapon. So now we have the issue of getting faith. We've got everything else, but what we don't have is the faith. So we've got one there that does additional damage when using weapons of high durability. Slightly restores health after each successful counter. And then for this one, we've got that one that increases HP, which is useful. We've also got Mantis, which restores health after a successful counter that's already equipped. Decrease enemy line of sight. Perfect dodges. Deal additional damage with when using weapons that's already equipped. Light durability attacks or greatly decrease the amount of stamina when sprinting. And dodging does not consume stamina when in near death state. But we're going to go with that one. So we've got the spider. Right, well, Shu's waiting there, so while he waits, I'm going to quickly run a search around here for any items. That's a bandage. Yes, I will have another EMA. So I've now got 2. The issue I've got is it's getting the faith to use the EMAs. And a Higash as well. Excellent. Why it's always worth searching around, but there's nothing on that signboard that I can get. Can't get in the doors. In which case, we'll go up here.
ここで遊んだのいつの頃だっけな。
懐かしいね、ここ。幼い頃この辺りで迷ってワンワン泣いた記憶がある。
お前が泣くとこが想像できないぜ。
もうずいぶん長いこと泣いた記憶がない。
お前は何でも我慢して心に溜め込む悪い癖があるからな。春にはメダカやオタマジャクシ捕まえたっけ。水が気持ちよかったな。ほら。田んぼで遊んで泥だらけになって怒られたこともあったっけ。
こんな状況なのに懐かしい思い出ばかり思い出す。
今ではどれも懐かしいな。辛くなったらいつでも泣けよ。俺が絶対に相談に乗ってやるからな。
ありがとう、相棒。
よし、行こうぜ。霧が深いな。リンコのやつ無事だといいんだが。
So, we are about to start what was one of my least favorite parts of the first playthrough. We are about to start the rice field puzzle. But we're going to do what we can to solve it. Ah, a free sickle. That is perfect. Who are you? Why do you always have to be different than everyone else, freak? Right, okay. So, what we're looking for here is essentially one of the characters who should change perspective. This I don't trust it, but I'm going to start with this one. Yeah. I had a feeling that was wrong. Nope. No move that she was going to be able to counter them, which is irritating. Okay, well, I finished them without it, but I feel really annoyed because she didn't do one single counter attempt then. And most people think, well, why don't you just keep attacking them until they stop, you know, until they're out there and you can't possibly do it. The problem you've got them is the weapon durability. And even at the 7th, a 5-year-old girl fell into the waterway of a rice field and subsequently drowned to death. Authorities believe that she accidentally fell in while playing. There they are. Who are you? Honestly, you're helpless without me.
またかかし
Yep. Ah, so now we've got that one done. That's a new... So... She's the only one that looks the same as the others. Yeah, because all the others have got overtly long hair, but hers are shorter. I'm going to take a chance on this one, but I'm not sure it's right. To the children of Ibisagaoka, good kids don't play near waterways. Be especially careful when there's a lot of rain because water levels will rise. Good kids don't play in crop fields. Watch out for those reservoirs and ponds because they're dangerous too. So we're facing in that direction and we should hopefully start to see them. Because again, the draw distance is quite low, but yeah, there they are. Who are you? I'll be your friend otherwise, you'd be so miserable alone. Right. I wonder if any of these match the same physical profile. There's Sakako, so it's not her. You're a close match. You're not a scarecrow either. You're not scaring me. Right, there's one of two. It's either this one or the one I was just looking at. And I'm going to go with this one. At least it seems that way. Nope, it's not you. Around 6 p.m., the girl's family discovered her floating face down in the waterway after being carried 2 kilometers downstream from where she initially fell in. She was transported to a nearby hospital, where she was pronounced dead upon arrival. Multiple accidents have occurred due to this waterway in the past, but a single prevention measure has yet to be put in place. Okay, well that was kind of annoying, being jump attacked. I hate that, it's a pain in the arse. I had to bisect that one and hope they didn't attack me. And now, we're just keeping our eye open. Oh. Right. There's a fence in the way. I'm gonna go back the way I came for a second. Ironically, this is where tank controls will be brilliant. Because you point in a certain direction, hold it down, and you'd never move. Right, I'm going to have to run around the fence. There's nothing I can do. It's in the way. Oh? And it's empty. Typical. Yeah, that wasn't exactly where it said it was going to be, that one, was it? No matter. Who are you? Tell me, truly, you two aren't anything more than friends, right? I've always been watching you when you weren't looking, you know. Yes, Rinko. Nope, not this time. Gave me some slight health back. Okay, so that's one that's been eliminated from the equation. None seem to match the previous profile. And I've already killed you because you're the one who was on the center of the chest, weren't you? Yeah. I don't think this is right. Oh, it is. Okay. Parents and guardians. When children are lost and begin to panic, they become less able to pay attention to their surroundings. There have been numerous reports of children running around areas they are not familiar with, then falling into waterways and reservoirs and drowning. If you come across a lost child, please offer your help to them. Okay, so you're pointing directly through the Sakako doll, deeper into the fog, and there's a scarecrow, but it's not these scarecrows. Right, something's wrong here. See, this is the problem with this puzzle at times. I had the answer. I followed the answer as it was. And it's not led me to the position. Where are they? Here they are. Try that again. Seen a lot of scarecrow. I've seen a lot of the actual attacking crows, but not the actual scarecrow. Has my game glitched? No. Right, here's a group. There it is. Who are you? You. Yes, you. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I'm a serious bother here now. That's annoying. Okay, no big deal. Luckily, this thing at a high speed is quite good for attacking. The light attacks do a good amount of damage. Right. Okay. Well, that was a nuisance that I didn't need. Who else is attacking? Yeah, I heard you coming. Sod off. All trying to spawn cap me. I'm getting really annoyed by that. Not you. You talk about the camera panning out. Yeah, that's right. Die. Die now, you smug bastard. I hit dodge them, but apparently not in time. Okay, fine, we'll go for a baseball bat instead. Didn't mean to do that. Now stay the piss down. So this still feels to me like it's RNG. I'm not seeing any obvious way to tell apart the zombies. You know, it'll help you. There's no obvious way to tell them that. If there is, I'm missing it. I also find their attack patterns really annoying. Oh, that was one that I could have countered them. Let's say a game that's focused around this is so irritating. Oh, it's not you, so you can sod off. Let's say I still don't understand how it is that this goes in terms of what makes them a friendly or not. This evening, the lifeless body of Shimizu Hinako was found in a crop field waterway after she was presumably drowned to death. It is suspected she became panicked after losing her way and began running around in the dark. This is likely when she stumbled and fell into the waterway.
The name of the actual child who tragically died has been replaced with cutout letters of my name. What a disgusting prank.
おいひなこ、
あれさっきのは
早く来いよ。ひなこ、
リンコは
呼んでみよう。リンコ、俺だ、シュウだ。いるなら返事してくれ。
来てくれたんだ。あ、ひなこも無事でよかった。
怪我はないか。家族は？
私は大丈夫。でも誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がうろつき回ってるし、何が何だかわからないよ。
The awkward love triangle marches on, people.
サクコ、あんないい子がどうして。
Ah, there's the doll. I don't remember seeing that last time.
ここにとどまるのは危険だ。町を出た方がいい。
町を出るって、お父さんやお母さんは、みんなは。
助けを呼ぶためにも今は行動を急いだ方がいいかもしれない。
みんなを見捨てるわけじゃない。助けるためにも一度脱出する必要があるんだ。
でも町を出るって言っても、あれじゃ無理だよ。
無理ってどういう意味だ？
そっちの窓から天橋が見えるよ。霧が濃くなければ。
嘘だろ。
鉄橋がどうしよう。
東の鉄橋がダメなら西の県道を目指そう。
柊の家の裏山を抜けるのか？
あの山越えられるの？
わさび田への道がある。うちだけの抜け道だ。リンコ、念のため薬や絆創膏を持っていきたい。
台所に救急箱あるよ。取ってくるね。
あ、私も一緒に行こう。手伝う。
相棒が一緒なら安心だ。
台所どこだっけ？
Ooh boy. So once more we return to the Fox world.
私
There is nothing back here. Gamer's habit that we always do is to check behind us when we get control, because we're always thinking there's something back there. Of course, I like it when games like the original Resident Evil 4 had it if you tried to go backwards.
いた
They'd literally stop you and go, "Not that way, cowboy."
待っててくれもういいのに
Some RRA, which is pretty good. I'm hoping there'll be a save point here somewhere. We are in a brand new area, so they usually give you a save point right away. Usually being the keyword. Just because that's usually the way it goes. Doesn't mean it is. I'll take that Higash, that's pretty awesome. Nothing back here. Ah. Okay then. Oh, well. Check it out. We have the blooded shrines and the Mars people. So it might well be that there are others. It is a core tenet of Shintoism that each land throughout Japan is protected by its own deities. From this, people pray to the gods so that they and their lands might be blessed. In turn, their belief strengthens the gods and gives them the ability to better protect the land in a beneficial cycle of reciprocation. Thus, the bond between humans and gods is vital to the prosperity of both. If the underlying strength of this bond can indeed be explained through mortal blood, then the reason for the gods joining themselves in sacred matrimony to mortals who call their land home becomes evident. Perhaps it is through the addition of their blood that the bond between mortal and god is strengthened. And if this is true, then I should think that frequently upholding such forms of unification would be best for all involved. However, in practice, marital bonds between mortal and deity are vanishingly rare. Is this a mystery? It is a mystery why this is so. Or perhaps I find the greater mystery to be, why was I chosen? Oh, we found a hand. Check it out. We'll give each other a hand. Yay! Increases inventory capacity. Oh. Yay! Drain from the sacrifice her blood, sparing not a drop, and add unto it wine that has been distilled 8 times over. Spare her body of its earthly viscera and fill it instead with rice that has been mixed with the master's saliva before sealing it shut with needle and thread. In the dark shall the vessel rest undisturbed until the redolent odor of wine rises from her skin. Adorn her in fine garments befitting a bride, then set her afloat on a raft of straw so her bloodline may seep into the water's surface. Do this, and into the depths she shall sink, quelling the raft that waits below. What? What kind of Wickerman horse shit is that? Ugh. That is gross. Why on earth would you think that as your methodology? Yeah, we need a key to get into that.
早く行かなきゃ
Well, in the interim, let's get searching. Ah, we can get through there. Back here. No, I'm disappointed. There's no loot. We found a divine water. Empty. Oh. I'm disappointed there's nothing here too, apart from a brief loot. And I'm not objecting to loot. Loot is fine, but I get the feeling there was more to it than that. That's a disappointment. And on this side is just the same route we did before, isn't it? Okay. Well, I might as well navigate around now because it's going to be faster. And at the moment, we're not being attacked. But I'm not holding my breath. If I hold my breath, I won't be able to talk. So you're probably thinking, no, please hold your breath. That's good. We like that. We like it when you hold your breath and you don't talk. We can actually watch the game in peace. It's fine. Got some shriveled aborage. Ah, okay. And that's where the fence is cut off. What's in the drawer? A big fat nothing. That's what's in the drawer. And in the box. Oh, we got a storage room key. Okay. That's useful. And crucially, we have ourselves a save point. Well, we've managed to start New Game Plus. And it would appear that things have slightly changed. We had flashes of beings beyond this earth, depending on what we found. We've had some slight changes to the dialogue scenes. We've also seen some new areas. We found and given tribute to some mysterious new shrines. And that is where I am going to wrap up for this evening. As I said, I do believe on Tuesday evening at youtube.com at ChrisJT1985, I believe he is carrying on a playthrough of Watch Dogs Legion, but I can't confirm that because I'm not on his channel right now. I can also advise that on Wednesday evening at 8 PM BST, I will be back right here on twitch.tv as I carry on playing through Batman Arkham City. And that will be a, hopefully, wrap-up scene for that one, because I'd like to be in a position where I will be able to, let's just say, get rid of a certain Riddle King who's really doing my nutting. We're also going to be back here on Friday next week when I will be playing through more of this game, Silent Hill F. That's when I'm going to be picking that up, and we're going to be doing more things for that. Looks like, yes, Watch Dogs Legion is scheduled for later on Tuesday. So that is all well and good. You can go check out Queen3210 channel over on YouTube, youtube.com at Queen3210. That's where you can find through playthroughs of the likes of Final Fantasy X-2 to 100%. You can find the playthrough of Persona 3 Reload, archive streams of the likes of Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright, the Road Knights' cameo with myself, the Mass Effect trilogy, and many, many more. Lots of content. Please go check out those creators. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you all next week. So until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And I still can't stand that Scarecrow puzzle.